Every single year, 30 million anglers across the United States go bass fishing. $60 billion worth of revenue is generated from chasing around these bronze and green fish in lakes and rivers and creeks all over the country. Bass fishing is the #1 freshwater fishing activity in the world. I don't know if you guys have ever thought about this. Where did it start? It had to have started in the United States. Does anybody actually know the origin of bass fishing? What's going on, people? Long time no see. My name's Greg. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to HookLife. That's what we do here. We live it, we breathe it, we eat it, we sleep it, because we absolutely love it. And we try and do it as much as humanly possible. And talking about the origin of bass fishing, I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a different video. This is a story about how I came across some bass fishing history and how I went on a little bit of an adventure, and I think I was able to fish in the same spot that kicked off this and everything that we absolutely love. This is going to be a great one. Check it out. So March 2024, I'm on a road trip to Cincinnati, Ohio, to go check out a National Fishing Expo. First time going to Cincinnati. Been to National Fishing Expos before. They always do a great job putting on a great show. And what do you do when you're on a long road trip and you're a crazy bass fisherman? You listen to the #1 podcast about bass fishing in the country, Tackle Talk by Andrew Hayes. If you guys have never listened to it, you're missing the boat. Let me just put it that way. But I wanted to catch up on some episodes I'd never heard before. And I came across this.
I'm geeking out about this because this is awesome. We talked before. You said that you have put together what you believe are the 10 most important moments in bass fishing history. And so we are going to go to Bass Fishing History 101 today with Ken Duke, and we are going to get your top 10 Mount Rushmore of events that you think were the most influential to leading us to where we are today in the flourishing of the sport, and we're going to do it in chronological order.
If you guys aren't familiar with Ken Duke, he is a bass fishing historian. Guy really knows his stuff. He's also got his own podcast called the Big Bass Podcast and Facebook page. And if you're into bass fishing history, or if you're into big bass, then I would highly recommend checking out his content. But this episode was absolutely incredible.
In July of 1881, James Henshaw, who I mentioned a little bit earlier, published the Book of the Black Bass. First book ever published on bass fishing. Henshaw also wrote the second book ever published on bass fishing, which is called More About the Black Bass. And it contains the greatest line, I think, in all of bass publishing. Henshaw said, "I consider him inch for inch and pound for pound the gamest fish that swims." Before this, A, there had never been another book written about bass fishing before this. B, the bass was almost universally disrespected as a sport fish. People considered the bass to be trash. They thought it lived in these fetid, nasty, overgrown alligator and snake infested waters. They thought it was second class in every way. But it was also important because Henshaw was a monumental figure in bass fishing, both before, because of his writing, and after. He designed the seminal go-to fishing rod of the 19th century. There's really no one who we could point to and compare him to today, because he was perhaps the greatest bass angler of his time, the greatest bass writer, the greatest bass designer and innovator. He was all of those things wrapped into one. Andrew and I got to talking. He mentioned he was from Ohio, and I thought, wow, that's a ground zero for so much bass history. When he was a very young man, his family moved to Cincinnati. And so he would make trips back and forth when he was in school. And on one of those trips, on a train, he overheard some people talking about bass. One of the conductors was talking about bass, and he picked up just enough of it to intrigue him. He knew he liked fishing, and this bass thing sounded very interesting. So he goes on to Cincinnati, and he meets another guy who can tell him about bass fishing and maybe teach him a little bit. The guy tells him, he said, well, yeah, well, let's just take the train to Morrow, Ohio. And they got off the train, and this was July 4th, 1855. And this guy introduced Henshaw to bass fishing. with live bait. Henshaw caught his first fish. I think that's the most important fish, individual fish in bass fishing history, because it really spawned this seminal figure's love of the sport. It spawned these books. It spawned these developments to raise fish. It spawned rod and reel design. It did so much for the sport, and it all really got rolling in Morrow, Ohio on July 4th, 1855.
So like the fish that we're dogging on that are here, you know, they're these little 12, 13-inch smallmouth on these days. It's like that fish could be the great, 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 great grandson of the fish that started bass fishing forever.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what that fish could be. That fish could be a descendant of the fish that James Henshaw caught in 1855.
Episode's done. I am like, this was unbelievable. I open up Google Maps. I realize that Morrow, Ohio is not very far from Cincinnati. I'm going to do some adventuring after the fishing expo. I'm going to go check this place out. I'm going to go see if I can wet a line in the same place where bass fishing began. I'm taking you guys on the adventure. This is the story. Check it out. So once you get down, can you get back up? Is always one of the big questions. Oh, the things we do for what we love. I saw a spot from the road, and I really said, I want to fish that spot. Let's start on the outside and work our way in. All right, well, we made the trip in. Let's make sure we can make the trip out. All right, people, we have made it. We've made it to Morrow, Indiana. And we've made it to the special little river behind me. Now, we're gonna try and catch a fish. I don't have high expectations because it's winter and the water's cold, but if we do, that's just gonna be icing on the cake. I don't know if the river's down or if the river's up or if it's a normal pool. Wish I had a garbage bag with me. I think I want to throw a swim bait and cover some water. Come on, Big Joshy. Let's keep it going. Yeah, this doesn't feel right either. Too much cover and stuff from the bank, so we're gonna go weedless. We're gonna go weedless Ned. We're not gonna go fluke, which we were doing before. We're gonna show them something that they've never seen before. Right there. J-Bro Lures Jester. Let's see what this looks like in here. Oh yeah, perfect. Green pumpkin, purple flake, yes. This is a creek emptying into the... Okay. Pretty much as far as I can go this way. Birds. Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? It's a smallie. Oh my God, it's a good one. Yes. Yes. I was not recording. I don't know what happened there, man. Camera malfunction, but there she is, guys. Look at her, beautiful. Thump the Jester from J Bros Lures. That's my very first Ohio smallmouth, and in the most special place on the earth to me. My goodness, we're going to put her on the board. Wow. 16 inches. 16 inches of Ohio beauty right there. That is just fantastic. Very first fish, very first smallmouth in Ohio, in a really, really special place. My day is done. Now we're gonna see if we can catch some more. Thank you, beautiful. This may be one of the coolest fish I've ever caught in my entire life. There she is, guys. One last look at her. Built right. I think I would have learned my lesson the first time. Oh, beautiful. Let's get you back breathing some oxygen. There's one there. I wonder if there's any more. Oh my God, I'm so pumped right now. That was such a cool catch. Oh, that was another one. Son of a gun. All right, let's straighten out that weed guard. Check the leader. We're good to go. That's the right cast right there. Just lost one because I was too worried about pressing the damn button to record. Had him on, he was swimming away with it. Went to push the button, came back, he was gone. One of the things I'm actually doing with the Ned rig right now is I'm using it for a bottom search bait. I'm searching for rock. So I'm dragging it really slow, not super slow, but I'm dragging it slow enough to stick to the bottom. And I'm really paying attention to what I'm feeling. And right now I'm feeling this tree. See, again, like to me, this is a good spot. I've got a tree, gives them cover, shade. I've got slack water. This is all actually an eddy. Water's actually moving backwards. So if this is a high percentage area, and then if it's holding any type of cover, like rock or blocks or an abandoned car, then it's potentially going to be holding some fish. But if it's really just a bunch of sand and Muck on the bottom? Probably not. Over there, there's some contours of some sorts on the ground. It might be some areas that have been dug up by current, but you can feel like little ridges in the bottom, not necessarily rock. Let's go a little deeper. See what happens. Let's go even deeper. Oh, that really felt like a hit. I think I felt him hit it, and then I think I felt him drop it. And you know what? And I could be crazy. I could have smallmouth on the brain. Not that time. Not that time. Oh my God, it's a good one. This is a real good one. Holy sh! How am I gonna get this dude out? Oh my God, this might be a Fish Ohio. Oh my God, dude, this might be my PB. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't care how muddy I get. Yes! Woo! Yes, I got you. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. I got you. Yes. You're big, dude. You might be 18. Look at that. Look at that bait down his gullet. Oh my goodness. Look at that fish. Beautiful. Oh my God. I'm so freaking excited. Down the gullet. Oh my word. You are definitely going to be a Fish Ohio. All right. I love you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Beautiful giant fish. I really wanted to pose for more pictures and show you guys her close up in the video like this, but she'd been out of the water long enough. I was trying to get a picture of her on the bump board. I got a picture of her, nose touching, tail on 18. That's a Fish Ohio. First day fishing for smallies in the Buckeye State, in the most special places of all when it comes to bass fishing. Guys, I am besides myself happy, over the moon right now. That was absolutely awesome. This little guy right here, this jig head and this, I am retiring them right now before I lose them, because I'm making a photo. I'm making, yeah, I'm doing something to hang on the wall, and this guy has got to come. This guy's got to come home with me. J Bros, Larry, thanks for making such an incredible little Ned bait. This is the Outcast Perfect Ned head. Really happy with it. That hook looks like it's starting to bend out just a little bit, but that was probably a 3.5, if not 4-pound fish. So guys, I was telling you, if there's nothing to attract the fish, that 18-inch fish came from that little laydown that's submerged under the water. Find the calm water, find the cover. Usually that's going to help you find the fish. He's probably done told all his friends about me. but we're still gonna try. All good things must come to an end. 2024 Cincinnati Fishing Expo Adventure is a memory that will live with me until the end of my days. The National Fishing Expos always puts on a good show. If you guys haven't traveled to one, I would highly recommend it. You may have the opportunity to meet some legends. You may have the opportunity to meet some incredible people. Maybe those people you still keep in touch with to this day. And maybe some of those people you have the opportunity to make some memories with on the water one day. My hat's off to Andrew Hayes and Ken Duke for putting on an unbelievable episode of Tackle Talk that educated me about the birthplace of bass fishing. One day in 1855, where a guy traveled to a small town in Ohio to fish an unknown river, and that experience right there created the sport that we all love so very, very much. I will never forget this trip, the opportunity, the adventure, and I would highly recommend you guys do the same. I hope you're out there fishing. Keep casting. Thanks for watching. Start living that hook life.